Hey friends, Nava Hopkins here, and I am filling in for the amazing Jill Saskin-Gales. This PPC zone is all about overcoming challenges in PPC, thinking about how AI can play that more central and powerful role while balancing the humans and keeping human empathy at its heart. PPC Zone was founded by Jill Saskin-Gills in 2022 to elevate new perspectives and insights in our industry. And while Jill usually hosts the show, she has laryngitis. I am going to be your guest host for today. I work at Optimizer. We help people manage their PPC. Think Google, Microsoft, Amazon, Meta, and we're all about automation layering. So this AI topic is very near and dear to my heart. But I also love seeing new and powerful voices succeed. It is time to bring on our next speaker. Let's give it up for our go-to guy, data-driven strategies and fellow nerd. Is a data engineer, international business consultant, and he is going to be sharing all things on keeping perspective in PPC, which is a very needed topic. Tony, welcome to the zone.
Hey, I'm so grateful to be here today, guys. I don't have lectures. I'm not have a slide. I'm going to give you guys a lecture about keeping Google Ads simple. My name is Tec Tony. My agency currently internally manages about $3 million a year in Google Ad spend, helping businesses across industries and spanning 14 different countries. We manage and consulted on accounts as small as local bakers, all the way up to the United Nations, which is a Google nonprofit account as well. And I have about 12 years of experience in this area. And something I'm going to give you guys tips on and talk about is keeping Google Ads simple, which is the main point for the mass majority of businesses. Now, if you're e-commerce, I'm sorry, I'm going to leave you a little bit out of this conversation because that is a whole different ball game and deserves its own time span as well. But for everybody else, these are things that you can go ahead and apply to your Google Ads tactics today. So the first thing I want to drive home, if you're going to remember anything from me talking to you guys, is Google Ads, the point of it is to collect data, then sales. Remember, we work with having our ads show when they have the highest probability of receiving the correct engagement, whatever that engagement may be. Your goal should be to collect data, understand what works, what doesn't work. And once you gather enough of that data, then you can apply and optimize it to sales by refining audience targeting, copy, and bid strategies, whatever it may be. When it comes to Google Ads, your service-based business or whatever it may be, not e-commerce, sorry guys, one of the biggest pitfalls is overcoming your strategy and making it complicated, but getting caught up in what's called vanity metrics. And in short, vanity metrics are anything that distracts you from the end goal of whatever that conversion may be. For most of you, it's money in the bank for you guys. More leads, more clients, opportunity to close, more people, more business. A common mistake among small business owners, marketers is assuming that more complex equals better results. That's not necessarily true. They add too many keywords, create unnecessary ad variations, or obsess over minor optimizations without a clear, defined goal in mind. This is what leads to wasted ad spend and poor performance, and a lot of times bad taste in their mouth when it comes to running Google Ads for their business. Before you even log into Google Ads, you need to be crystal clear on what you want to achieve. More phone calls, more store visits, more form submissions. Your campaign needs to be built around those specific goals. In my agency, for example, when we bring on a client, before we even touch a Google Ads account, we have a 60 questionnaire that you're going to fill out, and we're going to sit down and we're going to discuss and go over it. We practically hold your hand when we do this, regardless if you're new or if you're running Google Ads before, because there's going to be a level of expectations and things are just going to happen when you run Google Ads for your company. Now, avoiding certain metrics and what actually drives results. While impressions and clicks and CTR rates that was my Gemini AI that just kicked in during this conversation. While impressions, clicks, and CTRs may look great on reports, they don't necessarily pay the bills. If your ads aren't generating leads or sales, then what's the point? You have to make data-driven decisions. Too many times we see businesses that are just doing something because they see their competition doing it. That doesn't necessarily mean that you need to be doing the same thing as well. One of the biggest mistakes small business owners make with Google Ads is focusing on the wrong metrics. High click-through rates, thousands of impressions for no reason at all. They sometimes just mean nothing to the business, and you need to take a step back and look at the data, look at your analytics, the actual Google Ads GA4 analytics dashboard, and have an understanding of what that is telling you. Something my mentor always told me when I was having problems with a Google Ads account is go to the dashboard, go to GA4, pull it up. Well, it was GA back then. Pull it up and see what is the data telling you. As a small business owner, you may not understand analytics, but you do need to have somebody that could sit down with you and go over it with and show you what's important in your business. That's actually my role and responsibility in our company, is sitting down with our clients, looking at GA4 and seeing what's actually working and what isn't. Some of the things that you can apply right now to your business is phone call tracking. I can't tell you how many times businesses depend on their phone to ring as the end result, and they're not tracking that phone call at all. Form submissions on your website. A lot of times when we audit a client, we audit their website. I go in, fill out their form submission, hit enter, and that website does nothing, or they have no idea where those forms even go to. That can be a problem if you're running Google Ads. Foot traffic to your store. Yes, Google Ads just isn't for e-commerce and selling things online. It also works for people to be able to physically come to your location and spend money there. For a lot of my restaurant clients, that's what they need. They need butts and seats to place orders for meals. And that's what we use Google Ads for to help them. A pro tip here for you guys is Google My Business. It is essential to use a Google My Business platform and have that attached to your Google Ads as an asset. It used to be called extensions. They're called assets now. And they are supposed, with that connection, it's going to help you expand your ability to be in touch with more people that may not know that you exist and have the ability to see on Google Maps, as well as in search also. Speaking of assets, you need to be using everything that applies to your business that makes sense. Google data shows that ad extensions like site links, call outs, structured snippets, they can increase the ad click-through rate by an average of 15%. And last but not least, the last thing I want to drive to you guys that's really going to help your marketer, because digital marketing is a two-way road. You're going to need to give me stuff for me to make you look good. Video content. Video is exorbitantly important. And we're not just talking AI generated stuff. We're talking actual video content of you, the owner, or you're showcasing your work and skill sets so that us digital marketers can run a flurry of different types of ads that are going to help your business grow online, at the very least, grow your brand awareness as well. And when it comes down to that, Tec Tony, you have any questions, concerns, I'm here today to help you guys out. This has been great. Thank you so much for your time.
Tony, that was amazing. So much gold in such an abbreviated time. And I gotta say, I was not sure how this was gonna go, but man, you kept dropping knowledge bomb after knowledge bomb, no slides necessary. So if you've ever been questioning whether you can lean into public speaking and the whole idea of putting together slides intimidates you, just look at our man Tony. He crushed it. Our next event is going to be on April 16th, 2025, featuring John Greenhow, Marjorie Viston, and the amazingly brilliant Dwayne Brown. If you would like to apply to speak at an upcoming event, this is an amazing opportunity. Jill does a great job of amplifying brand new speakers. The ppc.zone website is ppc.zone. And I have been your guest host, Nava Hopkins. Thank you for supporting the mission to elevate new perspectives and insights in our industry. And we look forward to seeing you next time in the zone.